Now we're going to be talking about sleep deprivation. What happens if people don't get 7.5 hours sleep, or how much sleep do they need, and why don't people get a good night's sleep? So let's start off. Why don't people get a good night's sleep?
Busy lives, I think. That's the most common thing that you see. There's a whole school of research about getting just a little bit less sleep than you need every single day. And what does that do to your objective performance? Things like problem solving, reaction time. And that little bit, say you need 7.5 hours and you get 7 or 6.5. That little bit every day of sleep deprivation starts to build into pretty substantial performance problems. They did this in medical trainees where, it's a very rigorous thing when you're going through your training where you're up at 30 hours at a time, that kind of thing. The scary part about that is the longer you're up, the worse your performance gets objectively. But your own subjective experience is that at a certain point you get your second wind. So you feel like, I'm doing great.
I can handle 4 hours
exactly
sleep.
right. I'm doing great. And still you're continuing to make bad decisions, bad errors. The front part of the brain, the frontal lobes, where your personality is. I think all of us have had that experience where if you are not rested well, you're grouchy, you're not yourself.
That's really me. I have to really be careful. If I haven't had a good night's sleep, I'm more irritable, and it makes it more difficult for the people around me.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of research in the military. If you are an introvert versus an extrovert, your susceptibility to that sleep deprivation changes a little bit. The introverts are a little bit more hardy when it comes to sleep deprivation than the extroverts. So, someone with a TV show might be a little extroverted, and there you go.